in here. Bobby's sick.
What did he eat yesterday?
Just his usual feed and a bit of grass.
Alfalfa?
Yes.
Was it wet?
Look, it's not colic, it's something worse.
I know what I'm doing.
Ooh, matey. Bill! Cassie, where the hell are you? What's the matter? It's getting worse, Bill.
We better get the fed at tan for Ann. Keep him moving, okay? Come on.
You gotta keep going. Come on. Oh, Bobby, you gotta... Please, get up. Please. Please make him get up. Oh, Bobby. No. No, you can't die. Please. Please, no.
This is the Don Lee Radio Network. Today, the turf world is in tears. Far left, whom some say
This is
the greatest
KMTR, Los Angeles. Governor Ralph of California has appealed to all the relevant agencies to mobilize their forces in a joint effort to seek out the cause of Farlap
Mr.
death.
Wendell Vincent,
And,
Chief
well,
of Western Food and Drug Administration, says that arsenic trioxide was found in the horse's liver and lung.
Professor Frank T. Green says his autopsy revealed no such evidence of
Dr.
arsenic.
T.R. Creeley, an American vet, told the press that he didn't die of cholera.
Yesterday, they all suddenly got together and issued a joint statement, saying, in effect, they don't know how he died,
However,
and probably
Dr.
never
Nielsen,
will.
Farlap's Australian veterinarian, declared he had no such doubts.
I
The
saw
horse
the
died
lining
of an
the
irritant
Farlap's
poison.
stomach, and I know what it means when the lining has been eaten away. I'd like to come to some other conclusion, but I'm afraid it's impossible.
Please stand for 30 seconds as a tribute to the great racehorse Farlap, who died last week. This is KMTR, Los Angeles.
Mr. Telford? Mr. Telford, can you have a few words with me about the tragedy?
Leave me alone.
Well, do you think he was poisoned?
What does it matter? He's dead.
Well, why is it, do you think, that there's been this incredible reaction to Farlap's death? After all, he was just a horse.
He wasn't just a horse. He was the best.
He's a bit skinny, isn't he, Harry?
He's lost condition on the voyage over.
Harry's only come from New Zealand.
Well, he's just a colt.
Why's he got all those warts?
Well, you don't buy horses just for their looks.
I wonder what your American friend's going to say.
This has got to be a joke. Harry, you got the real horse hidden around the back somewhere, right?
He's got a good big frame.
This is not a horse, Harry. This is a cross between a sheepdog and a kangaroo. You told me this thing was going to be a champion, huh?
Well, he will be, Mr. Davis.
Yeah.
He's got carbine on both sides of his bloodline. Greatest horse of them all.
Greatest of them all. I paid 168 pounds for this, Harry, sight unseen from a goddamn catalog. Now, I'll tell you the truth. I don't really care who he's got in this family tree. Why the hell didn't you ride across to New Zealand? Ask somebody to look at him for you.
Well, he'll fill out.
He will, huh? Harry! Some guy told me his sire and dam were hopeless. Didn't win a race between them. Night raid out of... what?
Entreaty.
Entreaty. Did not win a single race, either one of them.
Well, he's got good blood further back. Now, no one looks further back.
Sell him.
But you've got to give him a chance.
Why? I'm not paying you to feed and train something that looks like that. I'm not in the habit of throwing good money after bad, my friend.
Well, if you sell him without giving it a chance, you're a fool.
I assure you I'm no fool. Sell him for the best price you can get.
I'll lease him then. Well, I can't buy him. Haven't got the money. You sign him over to me for 3 years, I'll pay for his upkeep. Give you a third of his winnings.
3 years?
Well, if you're so bloody sure he's a no-hoper, what have you got to lose?
What have I got to lose?
How can we afford to lease him, Harry? I'm the one who has to face the feed merchant when he comes for his money on Mondays. You just scoot out the back.
You've got about as much faith in me as Davis. You know who that colt's got in his bloodline? Carbine, twice through Muscat. St. Frasquin, Prairwood,
Harry!
Winky.
I haven't even got the money to buy your son's new shoes. All Cappy's clothes are hand-me-downs.
Well, that horse is going to be a champion. Well, can't anyone understand that? He's going to be a champion.
Get out, you bastard!
It's a big fella. Happy Harry's horse.
Helen!
Try and do better. Think you're smart, don't you?
Smarter than you, son.
Go on, you try and put a bridle on him. Your bloody will do the same to you.
Come on, Tommy.
Yeah,
Go on.
go on.
All right, go.
That's it. Good lady.
You got a real goer this time, Harry.
You can pick him, Harry.
Harry knows his bloodlines.
I reckon pick one like that for me.
Oh, you bloody...
Excuse me, what is that horse's name?
Milk horse, galloping giraffe, camel, rocket. How about lightning?
Mr. Ping, what's the word for lightning in your lingo?
Bottle up.
Got a name for the colt, Harry?
Lay off, McCready.
No, seriously, Pingy reckons it's really lucky. I'll write it down for you, Mr. Talford. Very lucky.
Got to have 7 letters. Last 4 Melbourne Cup winners had 7 letters.
Got to be joking.
Yes, Mrs. Talford. 7 letters.
File up it is. Take the bloody thing back to the stable.
Go, Lightning. Go on, Lightning.
Go get him, Lightning.
Sorry, So
So the king saw the beautiful girl with the golden star upon her brow and was so enchanted with her beauty that he asked if she would become his bride, his daddy. What's wrong?
Oh, he's lazy. Bone lazy. Still won't run.
Oh, give up on him, Harry. Sell him.
Get up. Come on. Get yourself up.
That's the boy. Ooh. You all right, are you? Just worked into the bloody ground, eh?
I can't pay you this week, Tommy. Just have to wait until I have a win.
I didn't come about that. I've just seen Farlap.
Oh, yeah?
He shouldn't have been left like that, boss. He looks half dead. And I don't think you should work him so hard.
There's one thing I don't tolerate, Sonny. Stable hands who tell me how to do my job. Now pack your things and clear out.
I was just worried about the horse.
Hard work never killed any horse. If a few more trainers cotton onto that, they might do a lot better. Now pack your things and get.
And all you said was that he looked half dead.
But that's the bastard tried to sack me.
I reckon it's just not fair.
Keep your nose out of it, Emma. It's none of your business.
But he is killing the horse, missus.
Lazy horses are like lazy people. They have to be jolted out of it. Now take your places. Please don't let your food go cold. For what we are about to receive, may the Lord make us truly thankful. Amen.
Amen.
Boss. G'day, boss.
Mr. Telford? Boss.
Don't go back up the bush, Tommy. Some other trainer will give you a job.
Not when they hear I got the sack.
Yes, they will, Tommy. They know what old Telford's like.
Enough of that. Mr. Telford's here to see you, Tommy. He's out on the porch. What's going on between you and young Tommy?
Nothing, Mum.
Better not be.
Boss?
What have you done to that horse? Spoiled him rotten. Anyone goes near him, he rips their bloody shirt off. He won't eat, he won't. Now get back to the stables, get him fed.
Reckon I got my job back.
She's a rude old cow. I wouldn't go back.
Better go. Bobby will fret.
Bobby.
Farlap. See you later.
As they come around the turn with about 2 furlongs to go, a ruler on the inside about to be challenged by points to the centre, and further out is Clear Ray, and they push on down the now, and Queen's View coming on the outside, to take a narrow lead from a ruler and Clear Ray, and in the run home, Queen's is going to win by a length and a half in front of ruler. Clear Ray's in a lot, jostle on out, a long master side.
Those beggars who reckon you can't run are going to get a shock today, eh, old fella? It's really starting to fill out, boss.
Hard work. Put muscle on.
You going to watch the race?
I'll listen from down here. Oh, don't give him more sugar. Die of bloody diabetes before his first race.
Harry? Say hello to Mrs. Davis. Harry Telford.
How do you do?
Okay, let's take a look at him.
He said he was as ugly as a camel.
You should have seen him a year ago. Though I understand his training times have been better recently, yeah?
When he's ridden hard, still lazy.
Have you put any money on him?
I don't bet.
I see. You're not exactly oozing confidence, are you? I don't think I'll bet on him either.
Oh, I'm going to have a bet on him.
Yeah?
What's your name?
Tom Woodcock, man. I'm Farlap Strapper.
Do you think he'll win, Tom?
Reckon he will.
As they pass the 3 furlong post, and Exact is the leader about a length and a half in front of Pimento. Then Farlap, the newcomer, the big red horse, moving up on the outside. Cabaret Girl on the inside of him, followed then by Fushan and Rose Flight. Coming up towards the home turn, Farlap rider having great trouble, and Exact has kept away about 4 to 5 lengths in front of Cabaret Girl, who's starting to make up ground with Pimento on the inside, and Farlap looks as if he is going to hit the outside fence. As they straighten up for the run to the judge now, and Exact is 4 to 5 lengths in front of Pimento and Cabaret Girl moving up on the outside, and Farlap still racing wide with half a furlong to go. It's all Exact, and Exact is going to win these about 6 lengths in front of Cabaret Girl. Pimento third, a long distance second, Fushan from Rose Flight, and Farlap ran last.
Do you like it?
Here, listen to this. The big 2-year-old Far lad, I can't even get the horse's name right, enhanced his reputation for consistency by finishing last yet again. A real smart guy, this Bert Wolf, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Gorgeous.
Go on, let me get on with it. Go on.
Here. Get yourself. All right, up we go. Tommy, you can take Farlap out this morning. I'm taking young Cappy for a ride on Sally. And work him hard.
How's Lightning, Tommy? Good. Harry given up on him, has he?
Yeah, he's still in bed.
You better hang on to him, he might take off.
I want to try something different this morning, Cashy. I'll hold Bobby back, then see if I can get him to go out after you.
What's the sense of that?
And just try it. He's got to learn to be a winner.
Up with you, Cap. That's a good fella. Yeah, up we go. Yeah, the regular little horseman here.
Did Daddy take you on the big horsey? I bet you're hungry. You hungry? We'll take your shoes off. Put your...
What's all this? I thought I told you to stop all that.
You needed the money.
Well, send them back. We can manage without you being a servant.
How, Harry?
We can manage.
Harry, I'm sick to death of struggling for every penny.
I won't have you taking in laundry. We'll manage.
How, Farlap?
He'll come good. He's got carbon on both sides of his bloodline.
People are laughing at you. He's hopeless. He's a dud.
That's right. He's flying, Mr. Davis. Yeah, I always knew he'd come good. Just need a lot of hard work put into it. I've knocked that lazy streak out of him at last. No, you wait till you see him next time.
First race over road was on one of Reg's horses. You reckon I got a chance? I said. Yeah, he's. The 5 other jockeys have backed you for a fortune.
Could I have a word with you in private, Jim?
Oh, you can talk in front of these blokes, Harry. If they hear it direct, they can't spread any rumours.
I've got a good horse for you, for the Derby.
Yeah? Who?
Farlap.
I reckon I'm fixed up for the Derby, Harry, but I'll keep it in mind.
Farlap, he's got to be joking.
Harry, best horses in the country are entered into the Derby. Now, I know you're convinced the horse has improved, but Harry, for Christ's sake, we're talking about the Derby. I'll be back in a second, honey. Sorry.
I'm hoping to get Jim Pike.
Jim Pike. Now I know you're dreaming. Why would Jim Pike want to ride Farlap? Huh?
He said he'd keep him in mind.
Come on, he was being polite. Look, Harry, you want to enter him, you enter him. But you make sure you do it under your name, not mine. I'm not going to be humiliated in front of all the top owners in this country, believe me.
I need 30 quid to enter him.
Oh, boy. You want to enter him, you find the money. That was part of our deal, right?
I tried.
Then I'm in very good company when I say no. Hmm? Harry. All right. You can have the money on 2 conditions. 1, you don't use my name. And 2, if that horse doesn't race well this time, we sell him.
Race well. He's got to win. I owe more than 300 quid and I can't pay my rent.
Pike's lost his mount.
Masterful horseman. Compulsive gambler, though.
Good luck in the Derby, Mr. McKinnon.
Well, thank you.
We think we're going to give you a run for your money.
You've got a horse in the Derby, Mrs.
Davis. My husband, David?
How do you do? Sir Samuel Horton.
Sir Samuel?
Yes, we have. Farlap.
I don't believe I've heard of him.
No, you probably wouldn't. He's just in for the run.
We think he'll win.
And where did you get him?
New Zealand, for 168 pounds. Quite a bargain. Isn't your horse a New Zealander?
Carradine. Yes, he is.
Who in the blazes were they? Bushy little Jew, sells dinnerware, door to door. Knows nothing about horses.
He's not a member, is he?
Hard to keep them out these days.
Handsome woman, though.
Did you have to do that?
What?
McKinnon practically runs racing in this country. Did you have to tell him what Farlap cost? He paid 10 times that much for Carradine.
Mrs. Davis?
What do you think, Tommy?
There's some good horses out there today, Mrs. Davis.
My husband will tell me I'm a fool, but I'm going to back him anyway. Does Mr. Telford always get that nervous?
If Bobby doesn't win today, he's finished. Suppose I am too.
Been looking for you, Harry. The horse for the Derby's been scratched. Flies when he's fit, but if there's a germ between here and Perth, he'll pick it up. Would you like me to ride Fowler?
£20? You bet 20? B, you're crazy, you know that? Why? Why did you do that?
I just felt lucky.
Ladies and gentlemen, there has been a late change of rider. Number 2, Far Lap, will now be ridden by J. Pike.
Pike?
Go! Off on the AJC Derby, and Carradale was one of the best to begin. It's being ridden hard for the lead of the early stages. Oh, Far Lap has missed the start badly. He's last as they settle down and race down the straight.
£20.
And the leader is Carradale, a length and a half to the good of Topper. Honor is next over on the rails. They were followed further back by Sir Ribble and Laura's Son. Then Pentheus and Netta, Queen Nassau, and Farlap is still last. They race towards the back, and Carradale kicked away. It's Carradale by 3 or 4 lengths to Topper and Honor. Sir Ribble next on the outside from Comanche, and Farlap is still on the tail of the field. Laura's Son up in midfield with Pentheus, Netta, and Queen Nassau. But Carradale shows the way out in front of him. 2 or 3 lengths to the good of Honor over on the inside. Here's Farlap going around them quickly now, about 3 and 4 deep. Go, Bobby!
Come on, boss, you got to get the sash.
Can't, Tommy.
You can't.
Don't say I didn't warn you, Mr. McKinnon.
Congratulations, Mrs.
Davis.
Davis. Promising horse. I'll be interested to see how he performs. And he gets a decent weight on his back.
Davis.
Yes? Ah. Gentlemen.
Is it true you've always thought the horse wasn't any good?
No. Who told you that?
It's a story going round.
Well, there's no truth to it. I've had utter faith in this horse from the very beginning.
Then why did you lease him to Harry Telford?
Well, because Mr. Telford found the horse, and I thought it was only fair. Now, I want to make it clear that I've had absolute faith in this horse from the very first moment I laid eyes upon him.
I suppose you had a lot of money on him then.
Well,
We did quite well.
thank you.
£7,135.
Well, a third of it has to go to Davis.
Oh, Harry, let's put it into something safe. Your brother reckons we should buy a property.
You can't raise sheep.
You've said it yourself a dozen times that training's a rotten life.
Oh, yeah, well, it is. When you've just got a few hacks stuck in rented stables. I'm going to have my own place now. Love and run things my way.
And Cappy and I'll see even less of you than we do now. Well, what do you think it's like for us, Harry? You're up at 3:30 every morning, and by the afternoon you're dead on your feet.
But what do you expect me to do, woman? Slink off back to the bush just when I finally get my chance? Sorry, love. Look. Farlap wasn't a fluke, you know. I picked him from the bloodlines. And I persevered with him while every other trainer was laughing at me.
No one's laughing now. You've proved your point.
I haven't even begun. I know more about bloodlines and training than any other bastard in this country. By the time I've finished, they'll all know it.
The Red Terror, here he is in action again, only cantering this time. Our cameraman is racing after him, but he's getting away. After him, Malcolm Campbell, or you'll lose him. The sand rolls, and how far Lap enjoys it. Rolls the wrinkles out, he tells the stable boy, young Tommy Woodcock. Come here, sir. I want my sugar. I've earned it. Oh, what a horse.
Back to it, come on. Come on, get that contraption out of here.
Harry, this is Eric Connolly.
Harry?
I know.
Harry, Eric's been kind enough to offer some suggestions about managing Farlap's career.
I'll bet he has. Which races the horse is allowed to win, and which ones he's not.
Stake money, Harry. Peanuts. Compared with what you could make with a few well-placed bets.
When I train horses, Connolly, I train them to win. Pulling horses is not in my line.
Do you understand that we could make an extraordinary amount of money here?
I'm doing all right.
Well, I'm not.
Well, that's your problem. Now get out of here. I've got work to do. What's wrong with you?
He's being worked too hard, boss.
You telling me I don't know my job?
He's worn out.
Then how come he's still winning?
He'd win if he was half dead. If you keep him racing and training like this, you'll burn him out.
You know your trouble, Sonny. You think horses are human. Well, I've been around long enough to know that if you treat them too soft, they'll take advantage of you every time. Now, if you want to come with me and your beloved Bobby when we go to Melbourne, you just better button your lip and do what you're told. And I'll top dress all the paddocks. We'll have grass greener than you've ever seen it. The marshes over there, full of birds. The snipe, everything. Do you like it?
Could do with a few more trees over here.
Well, we plant them. As many as you want. Trees everywhere. We'll have space all around us at last.
I still don't understand why we couldn't find a place near Sydney.
I've told you 100 times. Melbourne is the racing capital. The big owners are here, the big races, the big crowds. If you're going to make your mark, this is the place you have to be.
I'll just miss my friends.
We'll make new ones. Good God, woman, when this place is set up, it'll be like paradise. You have to beat the visitors off with a stick. Look, I'm going to have a racetrack over here. I'll really make something of that wreck of a house.
Can we have a bit of a garden?
Yeah, roses and everything. Swings and slides for Cappy.
It's hard to imagine. As long as we're not getting in too deep.
I've worked on a shoestring long enough to know that the only way to make it in this game is to do it big. Now, you buy your yearlings, you train them hard, and if they don't shape up, you get rid of them and bring in some more. Sol's no fool. He wouldn't be lending me money if there's any risk. Every champion for the next 20 years is going to come out of this place.
You gonna go down to Melbourne with Telford?
Suppose.
He's treated you pretty rotten.
Yeah, he's a cranky old ratbag. But if I don't go down, what'll happen to Bobby?
Will you ride?
Spelling's pretty crook.
Well, you better not then. Can't stand bad spelling.
Harry, how did the Wonder Horse travel?
Oh, I love the way you blokes keep calling him the Wonder Horse. We weren't calling him that when he was losing all his races at the start.
Well, he's really found form now.
Well, who do you think made him find the form? You reckon he learned to run all by himself?
And you think he'll win the Melbourne Cup?
Of course he will, and the Caulfield Cup.
You've entered him in both.
Why not? He'll win them.
A lot of owners would think it was too strenuous for him.
A lot of owners don't know anything about horses.
We've heard a lot about this new training establishment you're starting at Braeside. Is it ready yet?
Near enough.
Make way. Stand back. Stand back, please.
Looks good, eh?
Wonderful. Harry, the bank's just been on the phone. They said we're overdrawn. Badly.
They're mad. Checked the figures last night. Oh, here. No wonder the country's in a mess. Bloody banks can't even do their sums.
Oh, Harry, you've counted the six in the thousands column instead of the hundreds.
Oh, good, so I have.
Oh, let me do the books. What are we going to tell the bank?
We'll just have to wait till Farlap wins both the cups.
What do we do till then?
Tell them the check's in the mail.
Amonis and Farlap, the two best horses in the country, right? Now, if they both race in the Caulfield Cup, no offense, May, but Farlap's going to come in first and Amonis second. And if they both race in the Melbourne Cup, the same thing's going to happen, okay? Now, B, if you were a bookmaker and I wanted to lay a bet with you that Farlap would win both cups, what kind of odds would you give me?
Very short odds.
Right. Now, if I wanted to lay a bet that Amonis would win the Caulfield and Farlap the Melbourne, then what kind of odds would you give me?
Much better odds. Amonis won't beat Farlap.
Exactly. So we put the money on the Amonis Farlap double now at what, Eric?
20, 30 to 1.
And at the last minute, we scratch Farlap from the Caulfield and make a fortune.
Can you do things like that?
Well, can you get the money on, Eric?
I'll have bets laid all around the country before they know what's hit them.
Because we only have one problem, convincing Harry to pull Farlap out of the Caulfield.
Give him a share of the winnings. An honest man is someone who hasn't had a good enough offer.
You don't know Harry. All right, look. I'll go through the figures with you once again. Whether you win both cups or not, you're still going to be bankrupt within the next 6 months. Here.
Some of those yearlings are going to be champions.
You won't know that for at least a year. Harry, I am offering you 20,000 pounds cash to scratch Far Lap from the Caulfield Cup.
No.
No. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. What the hell is the difference? He'll still win the Melbourne Cup. That's the important one.
He's going to win them both.
Why?
Because it's what every trainer worth his salt dreams.
Dreams? Vi, you're good with figures. Will you please explain to the man that I'm right? Will you tell him that he's going to be broke within 6 months?
Harry's been in this game for 20 years and he's never been dishonest. We can sell the yearlings and put off staff.
Harry, scratch the horse and take the 20,000.
Can't sell the yearlings. One of them will turn out to be a champion, nothing surer.
We can start again in a year, Harry. Anyway, we don't have to sell all of them.
Maybe he has been raced too much. Perhaps he does need a rest. Can't you blokes ever leave a man alone?
I've been trying to telephone you, Harry, but you're always engaged.
I'll leave the bloody phone off the hook and you still do your best to drive me balmy.
Why did you scratch Far Lap from the Caulfield Cup, Harry?
He's run down, needs a rest.
You told me a few days ago he was at his peak.
Why don't you just clear off?
Harry, someone's put 50,000 on Amonis to win the Caulfield and Far Lap to win the Melbourne. And they've got odds of 30 to 1.
Nothing to do with me.
I'd be a bit worried if I were you, Harry.
Why?
Mrs. Tobin. If Amonis wins the Caulfield, the only way some bookies can save their necks is to stop Far Lap winning the Melbourne Cup.
No one had heard a champion like Far Lap.
You'd be surprised what people will do if they stand to lose £1 million, Harry. Look after yourself. And your horse.
They're rounding the home turn, and Muratti is the leader from Lamprey Shadow King. Second Winter's joining in as they straighten up, and Amonis is coming with a big turn of speed. Coming to the furlong pole, Muratti still in front. Amonis is starting to pegging back under his big weight. Amonis is ranged up on the outside with a half furlong to go. Sultan coming home well with Elkman and Cragford second wind, but Amonis is going on to score a great win in the Caulfield Cup, and Amonis is won by a half length to Sultan, third Elkman, then Cragford.
I started getting these letters as soon as Amonis won the Caulfield Cup. Now, they say the big fella's going to be poisoned, run down by a truck, shot up by poison dart, have acid thrown in his eyes. Well, how would you like that sort of thing in the mail? I'm going to call the police.
No! I don't want you to do that. There's no reason. Woodcock is with the horse all the time.
Well, his life's at stake, too. If you don't call the police, I will.
Harry, if you call the police, they're only going to ask why the horse is getting all these threats. You understand? All right. I'll hire a guard if it'll make you happy.
I've been over him, boss. He hasn't been touched.
What happened? Did you just stand there and let him get shot at?
Fair go, Harry. The lad put himself between the horse and the gun. In my opinion, he deserves a bloody medal.
Come on, Bobby.
Harry? Is he all right?
No thanks to you. But what happened to that guard that you were going to arraign?
We don't have time to argue now. We got to get this horse somewhere safe, fast, before they try again.
Is he all right?
You better get him somewhere safe, too.
Hey?
If they can't shoot the horse, they might try to shoot you. Don't worry, I'll take care of him. You watch out for the horse. Now, have you got someplace safe?
Yeah, I'll take
I don't want to know. Just get him there and keep him there until Cup Day. Can you get some guns? Guns? All right, good. Don't be afraid to use them. Or you come with me. Let's go.
Like this? I'll just come straight from the steam bar.
Like that. Let's go.
Will the shooting make any difference to the race plans, Mr. Davis?
Gentlemen, did Mr. Telford or I look like men who are usually frightened? Thank you.
We are a pioneering nation, forged out of the wilderness by men who knew the value of their horses and their dogs. For an Australian to shoot at a thoroughbred is almost unthinkable. In my books, this is a day of profound national shame.
All right. I don't want you leaving this room for anything. There'll be a guard outside the door to get you your food.
Food? You must be joking. I've got another 4 pounds to lose. No bloody steam bar.
Don't eat.
Hey, I've got to lay me bets.
No bets.
Mr. Raymond? Look, whereabouts your stables? Right.
Try now.
Here you go.
How'd you get it going? Got a couple of quid on file up myself.
title. Number 6, Scotch Note, J. Daniels. 7, Devon Maid in first.
Davis.
Number 8, Kalina, A. Wilson.
Yes.
9.
Where's that horse of yours? I wish I knew. If he's not here an hour before the race, he'll be disqualified.
You try that and you'll have a riot on your hands. Half this country's backing today.
We'll put the race back 15 minutes.
At the furlong, Kalina has taken the lead from Donald Celeste, finishing fast out wide, and then Sharon Ferry Princess followed by Lycus. But Kalina well clear close to home is going
Harry?
to win. And
Where the hell is he?
Donald
What?
Celeste third, followed by Lance.
Well, he should have been here an hour ago.
It's a fortune at stake and you lose the goddamn horse.
Don't blame me.
What do you mean don't blame you? The horse was your responsibility. Come on, find him. Fast. Let's go.
All right.
Starters for the Melbourne Cup of 1930 are now parading in the
He's here, I'll ride him. If he's not, I won't. Fair enough. You can get a chance to back myself in any case.
Here are the starters and riders in the 1930 Melbourne
I just sent Telford out to look for him.
Davis.
There's really nothing more I can do, is there?
We can't wait any longer. We've got rules.
Yeah. Well, I suggest you get your committee together and change the rules.
For Caradale, 8-9. Number 5, Shadow King, 8-4. 6, Solden, 8-2, is Dempsey.
Where the hell are they?
Keep going. About bloody time.
You broke down, boss. Won't be long now, Bobby boy. Can't let you miss this one, eh?
As the horses file out onto the track, the mystery still remains. Where is Harley?
Go round to the members.
You can't go in there.
Do as you bloody well told.
Solomon followed by Nardine and some following. Shadow King just going down the back with a picture of fitness. And there's Silver, the great runner-up of the Caulfield Cup by Frank Dempsey. Caradale by Harold Jones. And they're moving up pretty well. Coming up towards the outside, Caradale, First Maker, and Tugilla, and they're getting some sort of a line. Shadow King standing well, far left, with the red colours, the white sleeves, black armband, and red cap, looking a picture of fitness as they move up for a start in the 1930 Melbourne Cup. Started to be coming in very well.
Steady,
moving up.
Steady, go!
And they're off. And on the inside, first out was second win from Tugilla, who began well. Temptation is prominent. And Caradale is up there in the leading division as they come onto the first drop of the first time, where the leader here is Temptation showing out from Caradale. Going forward on the outside, and he was followed by second win. And a bit further back, a Shadow King and far left has gone well back in the field as they come down the straight past the fence.
The Wonder Horse seems to have run out of steam.
You can't buy real quality for 160 guineas. Caradale's going well, Lachlan. He's going to win me that cup.
And the far left is next on the outside of Newberry. And a fair way back, a Shadow King on the side of the track. It's Temptation showing out
boy.
Then Star God, and back behind them, Valmont is making up the crowd. Some quality and Farlap. He's off the fence by Jim Pike.
Now, don't get carried away. A little bit of modesty wouldn't go astray.
Does he really know why they're cheering?
No, it's the only reason he wins. Known as a peacock, that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here also. Guys, could you play something local for my very dear and very close friend, Mr. Harry Telford? Thank you.
So bloody smooth and easy, you're liable to drop off. To sleep. You see, he got this big easy stride.
Congratulations, Mr. Davis.
Boys.
Here you are, kid.
Thanks very much, Mr. Davis.
A tenner? A tenner for the best little strapper in Australia? You lousy bastard.
He's drunk.
The horse only wins because Tom tells him to.
Yeah, you tell him.
Here you go, Tommy. Here, buy yourself a lemonade.
Jimmy, you can't give me that much.
I just have.
Excuse me.
Hey, Davis, don't be stingy. Let the moss out of your purse. Throws money around like a bloke with no arms.
Take it all, kid.
Thanks. Anyway, so there I am having a little snooze, and suddenly I wake up, and we're halfway down the straight, and all these horses out in front. And I thought, crikey, I might have to use the whip.
Oh, please, sit down.
You won't believe anything.
How does it feel to be a wealthy man?
I reckon I should give some back.
Back? I came over to give you some more.
Oh, Mrs. Davis, no.
Dave won a fortune today.
Thanks.
What are you going to do with it?
God, I don't know.
Isn't there a girl in Sydney you're fond of?
Emma. I've only taken her out once or twice.
Do you write to her?
I've sent her a postcard or two.
Is she pretty?
Too right. I reckon if she was in America, she could be in films.
Oh, as pretty as that.
Yeah. You ask Cassie. And all those stars have got makeup and everything to help them. She looks just as good as they do without it.
Have you told her that?
Wouldn't be game.
Why not?
You'd make a real deal of yourself.
Sometimes I wonder how Australian men ever manage to find themselves wives. Go up to Sydney and see her, Tommy.
I want you to know that whatever differences you and I have had personally through the years, I have never, ever doubted your ability as a trainer. And when your lease on Farlap is up, I still want you to stay on and train. All right?
You're not going to offer me a share?
Sure. You'll get your training fees plus 10% of his winning.
But I found that was. I made him a champion.
And you've also had him for 3 years and won yourself a Melbourne Cup.
You give me 50% of him, or find some other trainer.
Don't threaten me, Telford. There are plenty of other good trainers around.
Will you find one who'll make him win as often as I do?
Stubborn bastard.
Who?
Harry. He wants a half share on the horse. You believe it? As if it was his right.
He's done very well with the horse, Dave.
So? You think he's entitled to a half share?
Well, people will think you're being pretty unfair if you don't offer.
The hell do I care what people think? Where were all these people when I was 11 years old and walked halfway across Europe? Nobody lifted a goddamn finger to help me. Huh?
Would it be wise to change trainers? Harry's had a lot of success.
All right, I'll offer him a half share, but he's going to pay me good money for it, whether he likes it or not.
Boss?
Yeah?
That ointment you're using, it's making his heel worse.
I know what I'm doing.
Is he getting any better?
Worse.
Well, what does this mean in terms of the horse's future?
Mightn't have a future.
Wait a minute, Harry. A cracked heel can't stop a horse from racing. Can it?
I'm afraid so, Dave. Happens all the time. Man would be a fool to pay 20,000 for a share in the big fella now.
Don't you think 20,000's a bit too much to ask Harry to pay?
He didn't pay 20, he paid 4. What? Tell you the truth, I was lucky to get that. The horse is lame. Could be washed up, finished.
Dave.
No future, huh?
Nothing can stop him.
Weight could stop him. Weight could stop a train.
Hey, I'd like you to meet Jim Crofton.
Jim?
Dave. What a horse you got there.
Yeah, thanks. He barely won by a whisker today.
It's a wonder he could run at all with all the weight they put on him. If you want my candid opinion, I think it's criminal.
Jim runs the Agua Caliente racecourse in
Oh, yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah. I'll level with you, Dave. We're organizing a really big race down there. We want your horse. We'll pay all your expenses, of course.
$100,000 stake.
Richest race in history.
You seem to be struggling to win today.
Apart from all the weight, he's got a crook heel and a bad cold.
Oh, Tommy.
His pulse is still racing.
Why did Mr. Telford enter him if he's got a cold?
Oh, he enters him for everything and trains him to death as well.
Why?
He needs the money to keep Brayside going.
He's pretty obsessed with Brayside, isn't he?
Oh, he's mad. He bought another 10 yearlings last week. None of them look any good to me.
Don't worry about it. I'll talk to Dave.
I shouldn't have said anything, Mrs. Davis.
I can understand how you feel.
You'll be right, mate. You'll be right.
Did you ever go and see Emma?
No. Heard she was going around with another bloke.
Tommy, you can't give in like that. Go and see her. And make your intentions clear. Go on. Propose.
Yeah. Reckon I might. G'day, Emma.
Tommy, what are you doing up here?
present for you.
I need. He says you've got to come back straight away. Now.
But what about Emma? What about the honeymoon?
There's no time, mate. Bobby's real bad. Come on, we've got a car across the street.
Wait a minute. I've got to tell her. Pair of bucks.
Congratulations, mate. Good on you.
Well, that's the end of Fowler. They've given him 10 stone 10 for the Melbourne Cup.
What are they trying to do? Kill him?
If they have to.
Has any horse ever carried that much weight in a 2-mile race?
Nowhere near it. I'm a tolerant man, Jack, as you know. But finally, I'm forced to the conclusion that McKinnon and his cronies are a pack of pricks.
Maybe Mr. Davis won't let him run.
Yes, he will. He wants the Gold Cup. Telford got it last year. And he won't pull him out because he needs the money.
Even the papers are saying if he runs, it could finish him.
They're right. It'll kill him. Everyone says so. Telford's getting a stack of mail begging him to pull Bobby out. You can bet your life he won't take a bit of notice.
Keep on at him.
He just won't listen.
Got to make him listen, Tommy.
Don't start again. He's running, and that's final.
You'll kill him.
I'll kill him. Who? That bloody horse is killing me. Letters, phone calls, press, telegrams. Cranks abused me. Never had a minute's peace since I got him.
Don't you care what happens to him?
Nothing's going to happen to him.
You're the one who's going to have to face your conscience if it does.
It's not just up to me. Davis wants that cup.
You can forget about that. Boss, you know there's no way you'll win it.
Ah, you're probably right. No horse could win over 2 miles carrying that weight.
So if Mr. Davis agrees to scratch him, will you go along with it?
I suppose I'll have to. It's the only way you'll give me any peace.
He won't win it, Mr. Davis.
I don't understand why you're so worried. If there's too much weight on him, it'll slow him down, and he won't win, okay? But you're talking...
You'll bust a gut trying, Mr. Davis. Really. I know him.
Kid, come on, you want to do me a favor? Cut the violins?
Mr. Davis, why do you think he got up last week when he was crook and still won? Why do you think Jim Pikes never had to use the whip?
He was in a terrible state after the race day.
He'd still try and win if his legs were cut off. Mr. Davis, I know how much you want to win the cup, but...
Not just the cup. We have an obligation to the public.
He can still keep winning for years in weight for age where they can't handicap him out of it. You're putting his whole future at risk.
Tommy knows the horse better than anyone.
All right. It's all right with me. But you're still going to have to get Harry to agree, and that is...
He already has.
Davis, it was good of you to come at such short notice. I'll get straight to the point. There's a strong rumor going around that your horse is to be scratched from the cup.
His name is Farlap.
Is it true?
Yes.
Would you mind telling me why?
Because you've given him an impossible weight to carry.
You mean the handicappers?
I meant you.
Are you implying, Mr. Davis, that we try and influence the handicappers?
Yes.
I won't even bother to answer that charge. You realize, of course, that under our rules, you can't scratch a horse without a good reason.
We have it on very good advice that Farlap could be permanently incapacitated if he runs.
Nonsense. We've been assured that the horse is in no danger whatsoever.
Wait a minute, excuse me. Let me understand this. Are you ordering me to run him?
I'm requesting you very strongly. I see. If we find he's been scratched without good cause, we can ban you and any horse you're associated with from ever racing in this state again.
Would you mind repeating that?
The race-going public are expecting your horse to run.
His name is Farlap. Horse's name is Farlap.
And I don't see why two owners with a grudge against the handicappers in the VRC should deprive them of that.
I see. You put a ton on his back so that he can't possibly win, but you want him there to draw the crowds. Very smart.
I'm acting in the best interest of racing.
Well, you finally done it, haven't you now, McKinnon? If we scratch him, he's barred from racing. And if we run him, there's a very good chance of his breaking down. And either way, you and your cronies win it all, don't you?
I don't think there's any purpose in prolonging this conversation.
No, there really isn't. Crofton! Excuse me. Does your office still stand?
Sure does. Look, there's not a horse in the world could have won over that distance carrying that weight. I'm amazed he even finished without breaking down.
Let's talk, all right?
Too many risks.
What risks?
A voyage over, going into their winter, dirt tracks, different feeding, different styles of racing. Cashy, if you take him over there, our quarantine laws are going to make it bloody hard to bring him back home.
All right. I grant you it's a risk, but if it pays off, Harry, we're going to have more money than we ever thought we'd have in our lives.
All right. Take him.
Great. We're going to have to be ready to go in about 3 weeks, okay?
I'm not going.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What do you mean you're not going?
I got 40 horses to look after here. 3 of them are coming up for their first race.
You have to go. Who's going to train the horse?
Tommy.
Woodcock. The hell does he know about training?
He's a good strapper. The best I've ever had.
This is not what I'm asking you. I said, what does he know about training?
You're going to have to take him with you anyway. The bloody horse won't even fart unless Tommy tells him it's all right.
Harry, I can't go to the States without you!
I'm sick of the sight of him. Bloody horse has given me trouble since I got him.
You won't forget to write.
Of course not.
Because I want to know what the Americans talk like. What they eat, how they dress, what they think about Bobby.
Yeah,
Got to write everything.
I'll try my best.
Well, I know you'll be busy. I'm gonna miss you, Tommy.
Hey, Bobby's on. Train's ready to go. Go on, I'm not looking.
You okay? Uh-oh. There's trouble. What's the call?
50.
You're 50.
I'm looking at you.
You're 50. Back. Oh, Dave, what a surprise.
All right, don't bullshit me now, Crofton. What's going on?
Dave, this is our chairman, Baron Long. You're looking good, Dave.
I'm looking terrible. I asked you something. What's going on here?
Mr. Davis, please don't get alarmed.
The minute I stepped onto that wharf, there was a reporter there asking me, how do I feel about Agua Caliente going broke? That was a very nice welcome back to my native land. Thank you.
Just calm down, Dave. Look, we got a little bit of a cash problem due to the current economic situation. But once our publicity machine gets rolling, that horse of yours is going to pull us right out of the red.
If I had known you wanted Farlap as publicity bait, I never would have put him on that boat. Do you know the risks I've taken getting him here?
Mr. Davis, don't panic. The race will be run. You'll get your $100,000, plus your expenses, plus your bets, and everyone will end up happy.
Sure. By the time the race is run, everybody in America is going to be talking about your horse, Dave.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome. And may I introduce you to the lucky owner of the world's greatest galloper, Mr. Dave Davis.
Thank you again. I'd like to start things off by introducing Farlap's trainer, Mr. Woodcock, his strapper, Mr. Martin, his vet, Mr. Nielsen, his jockey, Mr. Elliott, and this beautiful young lady here is my wife, Bee. Now, gentlemen, any questions, please?
Is he really the world's greatest galloper, Mr. Davis?
Well, without taking anything away from your great American champions, yes, I truly believe so.
Have you seen the field he's up against?
Yes?
Spanish Play, Joe Flores, Cabezzo, Reveille Boy.
Well, fine horses, all of them. But believe me when I tell you, gentlemen, they are no threat to Farlap.
Gentlemen, I have seen the Red Terror race with my own eyes, and I can sum it up in one word. Unbelievable.
Won't he have trouble acclimatizing?
I don't think so. We've brought everything to make him feel at home. We've even brought his food all the way from Australia.
Can we get a few pictures?
Certainly, gentlemen. No problem at all. Tommy, you want to bring the horse over here for the
That'll
gentleman?
do, eh? It's hot out here. No good for the horse.
Tom, you want to bring the horse over here, please? Tommy, you want to bring the horse here? Don't forget to show his hindquarters, gentlemen. Please, it's very important. Tom, where the hell are you going?
Came here to race, not to do this bullshit.
The most powerful hindquarters in the world, gentlemen. Get a good shot. Tom, come back here, goddammit. This is the national press.
Should have been fed an hour ago.
Please, gentlemen, plenty of food and drink at the pavilion. Help yourselves, please.
Did you hear that?
Looks like you've got yourself a good trainer.
What is this Woodcock guy? The press can't get near that animal of yours. He's guarding him as if he could eat straw and pass gold.
We really need the publicity, Dave.
I know.
He even sleeps with the horse. What is he, some kind of pervert?
Well, can't you just fire the guy?
If I did, the goddamn horse would sit in the stall for the next month and cry. When's he going to gallop?
In a week or two.
A week or two?
I'm bringing him up to peak slowly.
Harry would have been working his butt off by now, you know?
I'm not Harry.
You're getting too smart for your own good. You know that, kid? I want that horse fit.
He will be.
Have you changed your shoes yet, like the track vet advised you to?
He's been wearing the kind he's got on all his life. The track vet doesn't know what he's talking about.
The track vet doesn't know what he's talking about, huh? You were told about the harder surfaces over here, weren't you? You were told he could pick up a stone. Well?
He'll have to be scratched.
No. He's got to run. I got him back for a fortune.
Well, there's nothing I can do. Half his hoof is hanging off.
Cut it away, Bill. It'll heal.
Before the race?
That's all. It'll heal.
Tom.
Hold it! Is there any chance?
It's possible.
Then do it. Now, how are you going to get him fit?
Walk him. I'll keep him moving all day.
You know something? Harry must have been out of his mind when he recommended you as a trainer. And I must have been out of my mind and listened to him.
Mr. Davis.
What?
Harry Telford used to train that horse too hard. If I can get him 90% fit, his heart will get him to the line.
The amount of faith you put in that heart of his kid, it must be one hell of an organ.
Farlap has stepped on a stone and bruised his foot.
How bad?
Wait a minute. We put a mud pack on it, and we do not expect that it will significantly interfere with the horse's preparation.
Then why don't we like...
Thank you, gentlemen. That's it.
Come on, Dave.
Well, it's healing. Faster than I expected, but not fast enough for him to run.
He's got to run. If he wins here, I've got offers for him from all over the States.
Bill, what about we try fitting bar shoes? It'd support him across here and take pressure off the split.
Has he worn them before?
No.
No, he hasn't.
What do you think?
Well, it's worth a try. But you won't be able to give him anything but light track work right up to the race.
That's all right.
All right, huh? We're going into the richest race in history with a horse that's half fit and lame. It's wonderful.
Jimmy, what the hell is happening with Farlap?
Baron, there's no problem.
There better not be. The whole of the U.S. is talking about the horse. Did you see Walter Winchell's column yesterday? Fantastic. We're going to have our biggest crowd ever.
What the hell is he doing here?
A lot of money went on to Reveille Boy yesterday.
Yeah. I bet a lot more went into the pockets of certain jockeys, too.
Is Farlap well guarded?
Oh, yeah. I got Frank and the boys with him round the clock.
Problem is, by the time Bert gets his story through, we're not going to have time to get it on the streets.
What are we going to do then?
We have two versions ready to go. If he wins, Australian Wonder Horse beats the world.
And if he loses?
New Zealand horse fails in Mexico.
Harry? Something wrong with these figures. There's £2,000 missing somewhere.
Yeah, I had a bet.
On Barlow.
No, one of my colts on Saturday. He lost.
Harry, you never bet.
I didn't, he lost.
£2,000? Harry, if you're going to start gambling our money away, I'd like to be told. We're in worse debt now than we've ever been. Do you realise that?
Farlap will win.
What if he doesn't?
He'll win at Caliente. And he'll win everywhere else he races. For years, I've kidded myself that I made that horse. The truth is, he would have been a champion no matter who trained him. I've got 20 colts out there with bloodlines as good or better than his, and I've trained them all exactly the same. Everyone's a dud. He's a freak.
Dave, if your horse wins today, get him out of here quickly and have him guarded from here on in.
What are you talking about? Huh?
It's just that the big syndicates here have racing pretty well organized. Now, the last thing they want is a horse coming in from the outside who wins everything and can't be bought.
I'll start worrying about that if he wins. But first, he's got to win.
Yeah. Just keep him clear of the pack, that's all. There's a rumor going around that some of the jockeys have been paid to keep him boxed in on the rails. Look, Dave, if something's good, that's okay. But if something's too good, that upsets the whole system. Be careful, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, the horses for the 13th race on the program are now in the walking ring. Horses for the Agua
Listen to me
Caliente
closely.
Handicap are in the
I want you to
walkway
take them
now.
out to the front of the bunch right from the start. They're going to try to box you in on the rails.
He
You understand?
can't start fast. It'll put too much strain on the
I
hook.
said
he
starts fast, and that is an order. All right. Now, don't forget, Billy. You take them out front, you take them out fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're reminded to make your selections
Not now. Please, do me a favor, all right? I'll talk to you later.
Pari-mutuel window. And be sure that the number on your mutual
Hold him back at the start. Take him out wide and go right round the outside.
Who's giving the orders around here? You or Davis?
Me. Hold him back and take him wide.
I'll have to cover a hell of a lot of extra ground.
Billy, do what you're told. You'll get there.
What if the hoof goes?
Pull him up straight away.
Ladies and gentlemen, the race we've all been waiting for, the Agua Caliente Handicap, is the next on the program.
All right, the old mate. Get out there and show 'em.
The horses have reached the coast. They're ready to start the Agua Caliente Handicap. Good cut from the inside of Jockey Morgan. Then Scimitar, Spanish Play. Reveille Boy is in post 4. Bahamas with jockey John Longden starting from post position number 5. And the second choice this afternoon. Joe Flores is next. Then comes Dr. Freeman. Marlap is in post position number 8, followed by Marine, and Cabeza is on the outside. We're ready for the start of the Agua Caliente Handicap. Marshall Cassidy ready to send this fine field of 10 on their way for a distance of 1.25 miles. The track is fast this afternoon. Go! And they're up! Marlap on the outside, off slowly. That's Marlap last. And on the front end, there goes Flores charging up to take the lead as Johnny Longden moves Bahamas on the outside into second spot. Far back, Marlap is the trailer. Off slowly was Marlap. Now,
Kill you, Woodcock! So help me God, I'll kill you!
Flores showing the way by half lane. Bahamas is in the second spot.
Hold him, Billy.
Not racing third. Cabeza is next with Reveille Boy between horses. Marine follows. After that, it's Dr. Freeman, Scimitar, Spanish Play, and Marlap is the trailer. It looks like the Australian champion is not going to run his race today. As the field moves to the clubhouse turn, Joe Flores on the inside
All right,
leads
not
it by
yet.
half lane. On the outside, Bahamas and Johnny Longden charging up to challenge early. Good Pot is
Now.
racing third. Now Reveille Boy finds room between horses fourth. Cabeza is next. After that is
Right
Green,
round 'em, Bob.
followed
That's
by
it.
Dr. Freeland.
Mr. Telford, can you have a few words with me about the tragedy?
Leave me alone.
Well, why is it, do you think, that there's been this incredible reaction to Farlap's death? After all, he was just a horse.
He wasn't just a horse. He was the best.